Okay, so good evening everyone. Our topic for tonight is a little further discussion of what we are going to discuss with our design one. Um, this is introduction to design. So we will be scrutinizing out each and every week for our discussion. As I have mentioned last meeting, we will be having 18 weeks of discussion. We are done with your visual representation of me learning activity. I am commending everyone for those who are done with their learning activity, learning visual representation of me. So for those who have submitted already, you got a perfect 10 points on your learning activity number 1. However, for those who are not yet done with their learning activity, don't worry because I can still accept your learning activity submissions without any deduction because this is just our first learning activity. Okay? So, need not to worry kung hindi pa nakakasubmit. I happen to have received some queries if they can still submit. Yes, on my Gmail, pero since I have requested last time kung I posted a chat on your GC that you have to create your folder on your own Gmail account, create your folder on Design 1, and then upload lahat ng learning activities na gagawin natin. You will be uploading it there. Per learning activity, just make some titles or project name file folders on it. Okay? So, we are now on week 2. Supposedly, our topic is, before we proceed with anthropometrics, ergonomics, that is definitely under, ito na yung i-discuss ko sana ngayon. But to be fair with the previous sections, we will still be having learning activity number 2. So, later on, I will discuss about it. Okay? No problem, Anthony. We will be showing, I will be presenting you a YouTube video that will be a film viewing assessment. Yun yung ating learning activity. Those are introduction to manipulations of shape in terms of how do we visualize architecture on our outside of, well, the world we are encountering in. Okay? Week 3 is interrelationship of spaces, basic proximity matrices, and basic space programming. Next is week 4, the design metaphors, simile, analogy, and problem identification and understanding. We will be starting on how to make a design concept. Ano yung design concept? Just an introductory, ang design concept is lahat ng structure, lahat ng architecture na meron tayo, you can see, say for example, you are viewing Taj Mahal, Burj Khalifa, Burj Al Arab, and any other famous structures. Okay? May abala eh. Apology, advertisement lang tayo. Okay. And any other structures, meron yung design concept. So anything that is being put into, construct into the real world has to start with design concept. Pag-aaralan natin kung paano gumawa ng konsepto. Okay? So week 5, we will be introducing elements of design such as shapes, how it is applied to your building, to your structure. We will be studying visuals in colors, textures, line, value, shape, movement, and etc. Although that is just an introduction to the topic because I will be leaving the detailed discussion on your theory of architecture because at theory, much detailed discussion yung ginagawa for that particular topic. Okay? You may interfere while I'm discussing kung may question kayo. Week 6, we will be discussing scale, size, proportion, optical weight on week 7. So continuation to. On week 8, this is vital. On week 8 and 9, this is your first major plate. Ano yung major plate? Kung ang ibang department, kung ang ibang subject, ang ibang course, may major examination, andito ang major plate for Archie is, andun yung pinaka mabigat na weight on the grading system. I will be showing you the grading system later on. So, ito ang pag-aaralan natin, gagawa natin ng tututukan, by the way, kasi andito yung major points on your grades. Designing, yung first major plate nyo we will be designing your dream living area. Ano yung living area? Sala. Your dream sala, your dream living area for our class. So we will be discussing and designing that along the way. On week 8 and 9, that will be your first major plate for midterm. For week 10, 11, and 12, that is under semi-final period, we will be doing design thinking, design conceptualization. Ano yung design thinking? Much detailed discussion on how do we conceptualize this along with your sites, mga katabi. Halimbawa, meron kayong bakanting lote na pagtatayuan ng bahay, what are the considerations do we need to do in terms of how do we make our own houses? Kasi ang isang bahay has to conform. Hindi siya dinidesign na wala kang consideration at all. Dapat it has to conform with your, number 1, environment, existing environment. Kung halimbawa malapit ka sa dagat, we have to consider materials na hindi magkukorrode. Corrode, daimatakla. So, those are considerations that we need to do in terms of designing. Pag-aaralan natin kung ano yung mga parameters on design, thinking, and conceptualization. Okay, that's for week 10, 11, and 12. For week 13 and 14, this is dining area. We will be designing your after your living area, we will be designing your dream dining area along with lanai. Ano yung lanai? We will be discussing. Sino yung may alam ko ano yung lanai? Have you heard about the word lanai? Wala pa. Okay. Lanai is a space within a residential unit that is adjacent to a dining area. Sort of parang veranda. Yeah, correct. Veranda or terrace kasi is on the second floor or balcony. Pero kung nasa harap naman ng bahay na usually ginagawa nating veranda, ang sa may harap bago pumasok, kasi Pinoy culture, we adopted it from colonizers, yung mga colonial houses before. Pagpasok mo, yun yung tinatawag na veranda. But that is porch, or yeah, it serves as veranda or porch, yung entry point to your house. Ang lanai is different. Lanai is for the purpose of, halimbawa, kasi usually Pinoy culture has adopted a flexible architecture. Meaning, pag nagibo ka ng dining area, since ang dami nating ginagather, we usually handle or receive guests pre-pandemic. We used to have fiesta, di ba? Ang dami nating bisita, may outflow of guests. We usually had to design a flexible area na pwede silang kumain or do some siesta breaks. So, lanai is intended for a flexible, to accommodate flexibility in terms of dining area. So, later on, we will be studying that. Okay, so week 17 and 18, this is designing your bedroom. Your bedroom with T&B and walk-in closet. Ano yung walk-in closet? May I know? Shaira. Yes, Richard, Nick, can you raise your hands? What is a walk-in closet in DNB?
Closet po siya, sir, na pinapasukan mo tapos doon ka po pwede mag-ano ng mga damit mo or ano.
All right, thank you. You have your walk-in closet, Nick, at your home?
Wala po.
Okay, so it's good to know na nawala, and also it's good to know kung meron din kasi advantage kung meron kayo, at least meron kayong um, reference, may comparison. Kung wala naman, it's also good kasi fresh pa yung idea natin in terms of how we are going to design our own one-story residence. At the end of the class, at the end of the semester, our goal for Design 1 is to have a one-story dream house of your own. Si kanya-kanya nindong dream house. By starting with each and every spaces of the house. Yan yung goal natin for the week 18. So, ang week 18, 17 and 18 is allocated for designing your bedroom with toilet and bath plus walk-in closet. And also, collection of those mga ginawa nating living, dining, kitchen, service area, lahat gagawin natin for i-collect natin, and then you will be submitting to have a one-story residence. Okay? Yeah, very good. You know Skypod? Very good. That is a very good reference in terms of a modern architecture designed by an architect, but the owner is a civil engineer. You know Slater Young? Very good. I like his mindset in terms of entertaining architect, even though he can do it on his own. Pero he acknowledged the role of an architect. Okay? Thank you. So, final period, that is your major plate. Meaning, for one semester, we will be having 4 major plates. Okay? Okay. For references, I am encouraging everyone, but not recommending to buy, but encouraging everyone to have a reference of the following textbooks. This can be downloadable via internet, PDF format. You can sort some useful references. Very important to me is, for first year, number 1, kailangan natin yung book na nasa middle. Architecture, Form, Space, and Order by Francis D. Ching. It's important for us to have it. Kahit e-books meron, okay yun sa akin. Also, if you can download Visual Dictionary for Architecture as of at least 2nd edition, okay lang din yun. As of the meantime, importante kahit first year pa tayo, meron na tayong ganito. Because you will be using this one up until, even if you're an architect already. I myself have this one, Visual Dictionary. Next is Architectural Graphics by also Francis D. Ching. You can have it. Graphic Standard on the middle. Architectural Graphics Standard. Time Saver Standards for Building Types on the right, the blue one. And then the red one is the Metric Handbook Planning and Design Data. That one is optional for the Metric Handbook. For me, ang mga redundant na din kasi to. You will be using this one once you have your building technology na. Yung subject is building technology, higher level of Archi. So, but kung meron na kayo, why not? Of course, if we have the textbooks, we also have online references. You can visit vanityprojects.com. Ito yung website na nag-present ng 42 best architectural websites in the world as of 2021. We have the following: the Hype Beast, Art Daily. I am recommending Art Daily because I myself is using that one. That is a good reference in terms of how do we design modern architecture. Halimbawa, mga residences, ano yung moods, pegs, references. This is a good sort of, apart from Pinterest, naging common kasi is yung Pinterest. Very accessible in terms of just clicking, typing, okay na. This one is focused on architecture itself. We have also Design. and the rest, you can visit that one. These are the tools that every architects need. Architects, the license, but um, what I recommend for those first-year students are the following. Okay? You know drafting tools na drawing table. Drafting table or drawing board. You know it? Alam niyo na?
Yes po.
Okay. Good to know kung alam niyo na. For those who happen to encounter this one at the very first time, on your left is the drawing board. This is a portable drawing table na you can put anywhere, maski sa flat table or sa dining table nindo, for as long as you can do inclined detailing. Importante kasi for an architecture student, kasi magdamag, all-nighters, you've been doing your plates. Importante is the good posture, which is the topic we will be discussing for anthropometrics. So posture for Archi is number one consideration. Ayoko at the end of, say for example, third year na kayo, malaman natin that you will be having you have your scoliosis already because of too much babad na hindi naka-posture, nakaayos yung ating postura in terms of drawing. Pero importante sa atin na meron tayong ganito. Although, for the meantime, wala pa, for as long as you can find an inclined table na proportionate to you, you can do ergonomically okay yung proportion nyo, it's fine with me. So I am recommending to have drafting table with you at your home. Kung face-to-face to, UNC has a facility on the new building, new architecture building, meron dong mga bagong drawing table. So, but since we are online, might as well we look for alternatives at your home that you can do your drafting. On the middle of your screen, on your screen is drawing table. Ito yung table, definitely may bitis. And then, take note, take a look at the drawing. Meron kang ruler na mahaba, that is a Tsquare, and then a ruler na triangle. So triangle na 30, 60 plus 45. Those are French curves, compass, and then scale. So we will be discussing that one later on kung anong klase. On the right side of your screen are examples of architecture students doing drafting. Why did I am showing this to you? Because apart from the posture, take a look at the table, yung drawing table na ginagamit ng lower picture, yung lalaking may nasa baba. That is an acrylic drawing table. This is expensive kasi reason why I post it kasi yung isang blog is asking what is an acrylic drawing table. So I had to look for a reference. Ito yung nakita ko. So just to have an idea, this is a drawing table na naka-set up na. Need not necessarily put another Tsquare because yung sa kanya is built-in already. Nakalagay na doon yung inyong Tsquare. So what you do is scroll it like parang left and right na lang. Adjust pa taas pa baba, ganun lang. So that is an acrylic drawing table. Question? Sir, alin po yung okay? Lahat sila okay. Ang consideration ko lang is practicality. Since we know that we are on the pandemic, as much as possible, lesser expenses practicality-wise. So, I am recommending whichever is comfortable to you, and if there is an alternative, for as long as you are comfortable in doing your drafting, okay lang din sa akin. Okay? But if you have the capacity to buy or produce, paggawa kayo, pa-construct kayo ng drawing table, or kung nagka-carpentry kayo, basic carpentry, you can do it on your own. Okay? Okay, questions? Wala pa? Gumawa po ng isa.
Pinolik board lang nga sa akin, sir eh.
Ano po? Yes, that's...
Plywood lang, sir. Plywood lang po.
Yeah, you can have your own. Kung plywood lang, wala namang problema. Basta, don't worry because architecture is not about the best drawing. Ang ginagawa natin dito are technical drawing. Technical meaning may mga sukat, linya, sukat. So, yung mga skills nyo on visualization, you can show it on visual technique, on graphics. Sorry, may question tayo. I have here question. Kung magpapagawa po, sir, ano pong preferred size? Okay, preferred size, I can give it to you, pero for, as long as kaya ang 20 by 30 inches na tracing paper. O, ang magandang reference is ang cartolina, the white cartolina, the size of that one, okay yun na reference para sa size ng drawing table. Kasi, ang drawing table, direktang nilalaag ang tracing paper o ang puting papel. Dapat may base ka mo, meaning tepuhan sang sapinan ng white cartolina para mas mahiling itong detail, like you have your clean slate na drawing ka mo and all. Ganun. Kung okay, you can make one for your own. Options. Gumawa po ng isang table. If you have the capacity, I'm not recommending if you just have the capacity to do something na parang magagamit, okay lang din. Pero kung halimbawa, you have your enough ample money, you can buy this sa National Bookstore. Meron ng mga ready-made tables and even yung drafting board. Kaya mo siyang, itong handy na anywhere you can put. Sa UNC before, meron tayong mga drafting table. Yes. Okay. All right. Any other discussion? Question? Okay, let's proceed with. I just don't know kung magkano. Wait. Okay. Hindi naman. Those are... yung table na ating sinasabi mo, 10K is too much. 10K is parang acrylic table na yan. I am not recommending a 10K worth of drafting table. Before daw, according to our architects here, yung drafting board na portable, yung pinapatong lang, before sa Master Square, cost 500 to 600 pesos. I don't know ngayon kasi medyo may increase na din naman tayo. You can take a look at some of, basta be practical on options. But definitely, if you have the capacity to buy an acrylic 10K table, it's up to you. Kasi comfort mo naman yung gagawin natin. It's up to you. So, just for practicality's sake, yung sinasabi ko. 7K to 10K ba, Kylie? Were you able to check? Meron ka na, Kylie? Nick, meron ka ng drafting table?
Wala po, sir.
Meron
pero po wala po, sir. Pero nakakita lang po, sir, ng mga sa YouTube, sir, ng price.
Okay. Baka meron sa online, yung mga dating archi na nagpapa second hand buy and sell. Nagpapa online sell. Alright. So, yeah. So, next, Tsquare. Yung Tsquare, hold on for a while. I'll get my Tsquare. Okay, apologies for taking a while. This is an example of a T-square. Pansin nyo. So, this is portable since natatanggal siya. I'd like to demo. Um, this one, brand nito is Rotring, but I am not advertising Rotring. I am not being paid for this. So, Rotring siya, and then the T, yung pig, has to be perpendicular to the table, being put na ini-insert. This is not sponsored. I am not being, hopefully, Rotring became in. So, Rotring Tsquare being put like this para magamit yung, if you can take a look at the table sa middle, insert siya para maging eskwalado. The vernacular term is eskwalado, ang drawing nito, straight lines. Okay. However, it comes in different lengths. This one is a 24-inch Tsquare, and this one is a 36-inch, mas mahaba. Definitely doon tayo sa mahaba. I am recommending 36 kasi sakto siya sa tracing paper. Ano yung tracing paper? Yung ginagawa ng plano. Yung nasa lower right picture, tracing paper siya. I will be showing you what is that later on. So, this one is a must. Kailangan natin to. Kung ang drafting table, you can use options, but recommendations. Ito ay importante sa atin to. Kaya makakahiling ka mo on TikTok, on videos, Facebook videos, sa Japan Surplus. Pero ano yun? May nabibili on Japan Surplus. Pero di ko napansin na wala palang measurements. Really? Can I see, Alan? Can you show us your T-square? Baka fade out na.
Wait, sir.
Can you show us your T-square?
Akin rin, sir. Wala po siyang measurement. Pero wala po siya talaga, sir. Wala po siyang signs na fade out, sir. Ano rin po siya, made in Japan rin po siya na ano.
Okay. Sino yung nagsabing Fuji? Can you show us?
Ako po, sir.
Ito po, sir.
Okay. Walang calibration?
Wala po.
Okay. Paano ba yun? Very important is the calibration. If you are observant, yan, mahihiling nindo that evident yung ating calibration. Andyan pa siya, malinaw pa. So, importante na ang ruler has the calibration because walang purpose kung walang calibration yun. So, might as well you have to buy like this one. Kung meron kayong kakilalang RK na graduate na mahihiraman nyo, na pinsan nyo, na mahihiraman nyo, you can use or lend, ask to have it on your own. Ining araw gani kasi importante siyang iwakan mo. So, T-square. Yan. So, kung paano gamitin, we will be discovering later on. Okay? Okay na po, sir, yung 24. For the meantime, kasi pandemic naman tayo, as long as magagamit, kasi most of our works are on learning activities nasa A3. Pero on your major plate, Daphne, thank you for raising the question. On your major plate, for as long as you will be, you can ask for 36 kung mapapwede. Okay lang din naman na gamitin natin yung 24 sa learning activities. Kung mag-fit ang A3 ay ang A1, the tracing paper sa 24, why not? But when it happens na magkaigwa na kitang face-to-face classes, which is UNC is working on, I think it would be better to have the 36. Okay lang for now, gamitin mo muna yun. Yes, Nick?
Sir, ito po, sir. Wala po
Can I
talaga
see?
siyang ano. Teka.
Gawin mong ganito, yung parang nag-online sa yan. Ganun. Yan. Oo nga. Okay. Anong brand niya?
Fuji po, sir.
Fuji.
Nandito po, wala.
Pero is that 36?
34 po.
34 Oh, beyond the standard. Pero ano, I can, for the meantime, na since meron na kayo niyan, you can use it para sa alignment. Alignment. Ibig sabihin, magiging guide mo lang siya. I don't know if ikaw akong triangle.
32 lang pala, sir.
Ha? 32.
32 lang po.
Kung makakakuha ka ng alignment na maray-maray, okay lang din. 32 is okay. Don't worry about that. Mahaba na din siya, unlike 24. So, kung halimbawa, makukuanin do na igwa ka mo ning mayong calibration is okay kasi that will serve as alignment. Ang gagamitin mo na lang for metric rule is this one. This is triangular scale. And, triangular scale and another is triangle. We will be doing, presenting later on. Okay. Yan, ayan. So, another metric tool that is being used by an architect is this one. This is a triangular scale. Why am I presenting road ring? Not for a paid ad, but for almost near to a perfect calibration. Kasi may mga China, may mga brands ng road ring triangular scale na iba ang hindi calibrated, hindi. Staedtler is also okay. Yeah. Staedtler is also okay in terms of drafting tools and equipments. So okay siya. So ang maganda lang dito is important, ito yung pinaka kumbaga mga weapons natin. If there will be a war for an architects, we have the weapons already. Such as this, and the triangles. Kaya mahihiling din sa mga visualizations, yun yung madalas na hawak ng Archi. So this is triangular scale. It comes in various units such as 1:, yan, makikita nyo on your illustration, 1:10, 20, 25, 331, 3, 50, 75, 100, 200, 250, and so on. Okay. Ano sir yung madalas na ginagamit na calibration sa plano? Okay? When we do our major plate, for an architecture student, we usually use 1:100. Ano yun? Ayan siya. So, if you take a look at 1:100, may calibration siya na pag ang purpose kaya kaini is halimbawa, di ba, imagine nindo magibo na kamo ning plano. You are an architect already. So you will be dealing with an actual size, an actual sukat. Say for example, ang bedroom mo ngaya is 5 meters by 4 meters. On our drawing, it has to be exact. In what way? By showing your calibration by the measurement. Yung ating sukat is 1:100. So if you take a look at that, may hihiling ka dyan 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you will be using 5, 1 is, yan. So ang size ng room mo is 1:5 by 4. So yan ang purpose kayan. Pag binasa kang contractor, it will be built in accordance to what is being planned, na size. Kaya importante ito. So 1:100. Also, I am using 1:50 para sa mga bigger scale. Kasi the lower the number, the bigger the scale. That's the virtue of the triangular scale. The lower the number, the bigger the scale. So yun. So kung halimbawa ang nasa plano mo, ang naka-scale is 1:25, dakula yan. Bigger ang detail, mas detalyado ka dapat nagdo-drawing. Pag ang mo naman, ang drawing mo is 1:500, masyado na siyang salit. So ginagibot na siya sa mga site development plans, itong mga subdivision planning, kasi dakulon siya. So those are the purpose of the scale. Okay? Questions? Alright, let's proceed with of course, the famous one, you know with this one already, drawing pencils or mechanical pencil. Why may or? Because it's not recommended to have both. Pero kung meron na, okay lang, so be it. Kung wala naman and kung nagtitipid ka, you can use either way. Kung drawing pencil with a Stedler, although hindi lang Stedler ang meron na, madami din brands. Ang importante sa akin, if you use drawing pencil, the conventional one, please have the following points. Importante is the HB and one lighter point, like sabihin na natin 2H or 4H. Sa darker shade, at least one dark, halimbawa ngayon 4B or 2B kung igwa. Pero kung meron ka lahat, kasi magagamit mo naman siya sa visualization, sa graphics, visual techniques, you can have it. We also have the mechanical pencil. Okay? The purpose of this one is anong difference? Definitely binabala. So ang bala ang difference niya. This is mechanical. So ang advantage and disadvantage is, advantage, you can just buy refillable lead. Disadvantage is definitely disposable, madalas disposable. So if I will recommend, kung ako nasa sa kalagayan nindo, I am fan of the drawing pencils, yung conventional pa din. Kasi mas sturdier siya. Kung ako lang. Pero if you have, definitely, you can have either way. This one, ito ay investment. Meaning, for the meantime, if you have it on your own, very good. Kasi, ito na yung mga ginagamit sa title block. Si pangaran nindo, pangaran ng... I can show you an illustration for one. Para tayong live selling ngayong gabi. Okay, this is a tracing paper. This is an output made by my Design 2 class last semester. Okay, this is a tracing paper. Ano ang difference sa normal paper? Definitely, medyo transparent siya. Sizes is 20 by 30. Makakamahal ka mong araw kani. Although hindi lang lahat green, merong red, merong blue. Depending on the size. Pero mahihiling nito may nakalaag dyan, tracing paper. 20 by 30. Recommended thickness or GSM is 80. 70, 80. 70 is okay pa, pero 65, it's too thin. Madali yun siyang mapakit. It can easily be tear out pag naglalaan ka na ng masking tape sa dulo. So, ang hirap niyang i-configure, manipulate. So, as much as possible, use a thicker one. 80. Okay na yung 80. May 90, may 92, which is okay also. Pero, the more na hihibog, mas nagmamahal din. Okay, so doon tayo sa practical and yet okay lang. So, 80. So, yan. So, ito ay isang output. So, you can take a look. Meron ditong title block. So, ano yung ginagamit dyan? Sa ink, hindi siya ordinary pen. Hindi siya ball pen. Hindi rin sign pen. So, what you can do is look for someone else na merong tech pens. Ano yung technical pens? Brands are merong Rotring, merong Stedler din. It comes in points. From thicker to thinner. Pero, ang difference is, of course, sabi ko nga kanina, investment kasi medyo may price. This is a little pricey. And yet, I am offering an alternative. However, we have the tech pens, which is somehow being used. You can also have an alternative, which is much cheaper. Yung tinatawag nating unipins. It comes from 0.1 up to 1.0. 1.0 is the thicker, 0.2 0.1 is the thinnest line weight. Bakit ko nire-recommend na meron tayong variations on the line weight? Sir, baka pwedeng saro lang kasi medyo nagtitipid ako. Pwede din naman for as long as kaya mong i-manipulate na pag thin line, manipis lang, masyado ka lang duduunan, kumbaga, sa imong paglinya. But if you are more of if you are very particular with the line weights na importante sa atin, mas okay na igwa kitang variations of the points from 0.1 to 1.0. Sir, pwede po bang bakong set? Definitely, basta igwa kang 0.5. Kung ang drawing pencils, I recommend HB or H and 4B. For this one, for Unipins, I would recommend, kung mayo ka pang masyadong budget, I would recommend to have 0.5, 0.2, and then 0.8. Okay na yon. Makakalibrate mo na ang variations of the thickness kung yun lang yung gamit mo. Okay? Questions? Do we have questions? Alright. So, hindi advisable na meron kayo parehas. Kung may 10 pence na, saka mo na intindihin yung Unipins. Pero pag kung nagtitipid ka for the meantime, since pandemic tayo, Unipin is the best option. Alternative. Okay, andito na tayo sa mga kasangkapan nito. We have the triangular scale. You cannot directly use a triangular scale. Definitely, you can do a straight line. Kahit ito, triangle lang, pwede kang makagibo. Kung kampante ka na perpendicular, eskwalado ang sa imong drawing, so be it. Pero kung hindi, this has to come with Tsquare plus triangular set. Meaning, the 30-60 triangle plus 45 by 45. I am talking about the angle. 30-60 and then 45 angle of the triangular rule. Okay. Also, compass. Compass is being used for those plans, shapes na bilog. Kung gusto mong ang plano mo bilog, kung you are doing with graphics na may bilog, compass is a good tool. Okay. Definitely pag may eraser tayo, pag may pencil tayo, meron tayong eraser. Pero ang eraser comes with accompanying with companions. Optional na lang to. Hindi naman ibig sabihin na inilagay ko dyan, bumili na din kayo. No. This is just recommendation. Meron tayong eraser shield and then erasing brush. Ano yung difference? Ano yung function? Erasing shield are used for say for example, naggibo ka ng plano, tapos medyo na mali, na tabig ka ng kapatid mo, medyo na nagsami. So you will erase a small portion of the drawing lang using the shield para hindi na ma-erase yung the rest. Either way, kung medyo mahinhin ka naman in erasing, you can do it on your own. Basta meron kang brush. Ano yung function ng brush? Well, before the drafting class, madalas tayong gumagamit ng lapis. Ang pinang-wipe out natin, definitely, kamay. I myself, being left-handed, madalas na nangyayari sa akin are smudging. Pag nagdi-drawing ako, most likely, I do smudge sa drawing. So, pag nag-erase ka, definitely you have to use brush. Meaning, kahit yung paint brush nga you can use that one for as long as it can wipe out the, what do you call this one? Those particles from your eraser. Okay? Questions? My question, with our tools to be used, okay, none so far. Okay, let's proceed with the grading policy. For design, design 1 grading policy, we have the following. We have 2 major examinations such as in midterms and finals. That comprises 30% major plate with the 4 major plate, that comprises 40%. Learning activities, meaning lahat ng learning activities that comprises 20% of your grade, entire grade for the semester. Class standing, meaning since hindi natin pwedeng i-mark na yung attendance is part of the class standing since may mga power outage. So, our class standing will be on recitations, your performance to our online sessions, synchronous sessions like recitation, kung meron tayong pop-out skisses, ang skisses are quiz na drawings, mga ganon yung ginagawa natin. For attendance, it's not part of the grading. I'd like to clarify that. Attendance is not part of the grading. However, if ever you weren't able to attend the class for a particular week, you have to cope up by viewing the recorded meeting kasi hindi ka mag-submit ng learning activity for that particular week kung meron man. So, it's not an excuse that you weren't able to attend by not reviewing the recorded meeting for that particular week. So, it's your responsibility to comply with your backtracking of the previous video meetings. Okay? Passing percentage for Design 1 is 75%. Converting to a academic system of college grading, that is STRESS, the famous STRESS in engineering. Pero for us, I am not acknowledging na we settle for TRESS. I know you can do better than TRESS. So in what way? By means of calculating, your eye must be on the goal. Ganitong gawin natin. I'd like to clarify this one to you. Okay? Since the implementation of the online classes, I happen to not implement midterm and final exam, meaning yung written examination yung tinatawag ko, yung major exam. What I do, I get the 30% add-on to the major plate, making 70% of your grades will be coming from your major plate. Okay lang ba yun? So meaning, yung 4 na major plate mo lang, that is 70% of your grade already. You just need to jabog-jabog ng konti to pass the 75. So, what is my point for justifying this one? So, you have to do your part, best foot forward in doing your major plate. We have 4. Divide that 1, divide your time with that 4 plus learning activity, you will pass the subject. So, major plate plays a very important role for Design 1 since it comprises 70% already if we will be doing the implementation of 30 plus 40 major plate grading. Okay? Plus, of course, compliance with the learning activities, you're done already. So, you will be pass. You will get the passing rate for Design 1. Proceed with Design 2. Okay. So, paano? Of course, we know na we've been templated with the fact that our grading system on high school, senior high school was, I don't know kung may mga school na nag-implement na ng grade equivalent. Pero, for starting from now, the grade point equivalence will be, your grade will be like this one. Starting with the failing grade, 5. Pag naka-receive ka ng 5, that is a failing grade. But the University of Nueva Cáceres, as for the meantime, doesn't give an outright 5 for those students na need somehow to comply. Kung may willingness to comply, you will be receiving IP, in progress grade, the word IP. Sorry, the letter acronym IP. So, paano yung implementation nun? If you weren't able to comply for at least another one semester, that's the time that you will be receiving 5. But if you comply, say for example, weeks after that particular semester, you will be receiving a numerical grade. That IP will be converted into numerical grade. Okay? 4. 4 is being given for those, especially midterms. I myself give 4 para sa mga conditional students na either shaky, like pass or fail. 4 is conditional, meaning you have to make the most out of your time to pass the subject by complying the requirements for that particular subject. So 4. And then if midterm is 4, comply with up to finals, you will receive a passing grade for as long as you did your best. Tres. Tres is the passing percentage, the passing rate, 75 to 76. 2.75 is 78 to 77 to 78. That is fair. 2.5 is 79 to 80. 2.25 is 82 to 83. DOS is 84 to 85. 1.75 is 86 to 87. 1.5 is 88 to 90. 1.25 is 91 to 94. And the tumataginting na flat 1, that is equivalent to 95 to 100% grade. Excellent. Sir, attainable ba yung flat 1? Yes, of course. I am giving flat 1 for those students who did their best with flying colors. Once you dream, of course, ang design kasi is according to previous RTs before us. RT, the grade for RT is subjective since this is output based. Definitely, we are output based. Architecture is output based subject, but it is not graded na tingala, may grade ka na, no. For design 1, I have on your learning guide is a rubrics on how do I give grades based on your outputs that has been submitted to me. Meaning, may mga parameters na tinitingnan kung bakit ganito yung grade mo. Okay? Luckily, the UNC architecture implements an entire rubrics policy, meaning per subject has its own rubrics. So, wala tayo dito ng tingala based of grading system. Definitely not. Okay? Questions? Questions? Hi guys, are you still here? Okay.
None po, sir.
None so far? Okay. Alright. So, kung clear na with the drafting, ito ba yung... What do you mean? Ito ba yung time na? Ito na ba yung time na makapasa lang? Okay, the mindset is not that one, Aljay. So, I'd like you to mold your mindset in such a way na we have to do our best. Do our best in terms of kailangan nating impress yung ating yung tipong pabibo tayo on our own little way. Okay? So I want to see an output. I know the reason why you chose architecture is all of you has a creative side. You can do it on your own, so pakitaan natin ng masigabong pasiglahan with each other. So I am encouraging a friendly competition, but definitely a team collaborative output. So kung ang isa sa inyo is do advancing on their output, might as well help each other. Okay, it so happen na nasa online tayo, so first year hindi pa kayo masyado magkakakilala, but I'm encouraging everyone to do collaborations. Later on, we will be dealing with collab group activities. Okay, questions? Before we proceed with the learning activity number 2. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay. Relax lang. This is just for a while. I'll just get my phone. Okay? Let me know if you are with me, still with me. Hi, guys. Please someone confirm.
Yes po, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Yes po, sir.
Yes
May
po.
naghahana. Sino yun? Sorry. Heart pala. False alarm. Okay. Your learning activity number 2 is a synchronous activity. I will be sending you, I have sent already pala. I have sent a YouTube link on your GC. That is the 6 Fundamentals of Architecture by Marcus Vitruvius Polio. So Marcus Vitruvius Polio is a famous master architect that somehow introduces the idea of Vitruvian man, meaning yung kung i-search nyo online, Vitruvian man. So makikita nyo yung human proportion is being measured. That's our topic for the next meeting. Vitruvian man plus the anthropometrics. Okay, what is our asynchronous learning activity number 2? Okay, I have sent a chat on your GC. Just take a look at it later on. Learning activity number 2 is, the instruction will be like this. In a long size bond paper, Arial, font is Arial, font size is 12, 1.5 spacing. With a minimum of 300 words, write your own understanding of the video you will be viewing later on. Video presented, so that the title of the video is The 6 Fundamentals of Architecture by Vitruvius. Don't worry, it's not too long. It's just 2.5 minutes. So you will view it and then do an parang understanding. You will write your own understanding about the topic with the following guide questions. Define the 6 fundamentals based on your own understanding sa pagkakaintindi nindo. Sir, dapat ba pure English? As much as possible, I do recommend English if you can write in English. But I will accept Tagalog kung you will express yourself in Tagalog. Okay? Just for a couple of adjustments. Meaning, i-emlik natin, I do acknowledge na medyo nahihirapan to switch on an English immersive environment. We will be later on doing that one pure English. But for the meantime, express yourself on your comfortable language. If you can do Tagalog, so be it. Second guide question is, how often do you see these principles? Gaano kadalas nyo nakikita ang mga ganitong principle ng architecture? Say for example, at your home, kung may makikita kang balance, symmetry, or something, ganun yun. You can do it. Make it something like your version. Are these familiar to you or a new idea to you? So just stay it. What is the relevance of studying this to the architecture? Ano yung purpose? Ano yung significance of having this topic being learned in our field of practice as an architect? Format will be file folder should be surname, your name, middle initial, and then slash learning activity number 2. No, 300 words for the entire learning activity number 2. 300 words para sa isang buong activity. Okay? Kung ang 300 words nyo abutin ng second page, okay lang. Okay? Title is My Understanding to the 6 Fundamentals of Architecture. Submission is anytime until next Tuesday. Okay lang ba yun?
Yes, sir.
Alright. Okay? Alright. So, bago nito, I gave an instruction na every learning activity will be uploaded on your Google Drive. Sino ba yung nahihirapan dito on using Google Drive ba? Can you raise your hands?
Kumpulin.
Okay. LJ, what's the problem in doing Google Drive? May Google Drive ka na ba? Yes. Alvin? Yes. What's your, ano yung problem with your Google Drive? Hirap mag-upload, sir.
Hindi po
Okay.
kung
I
makapag-set
think
up.
that is because okay, that is I think because of the internet connection. So, in cases of certain the same problem with Alvin. LJ, ikaw, what's your problem? Ami. May I know your problem with the Google Drive? You can use the chat box. Okay, for those na sino yung medyo komportable on uploading in Google Drive, hindi masyadong nahihirapan. Okay, wow, that's very good. Hindi po marunong. Okay. Okay, Rachel. Mary Grace. Okay, I have Francien, can you help Ami in somehow do a tutorial kung paano gumawa ng Google Drive and then mag-upload? Can you do it? Okay, thank you so much. Very generous. Ami, you meet Francien. Hopefully you will bond with each other. Sana maging magkaibigan kayo in the future. I am hopeful to that. Okay. Governor. Okay, hi, Gov. You are the governor for first year, Francien? Alright. Okay. Akala ko ikaw. Who's the governor? For first year? Okay. On your block. Representative for your block. Okay. So hopefully, you help Ami and the rest. Also, sali mo na din si LJ. If okay lang kay LJ, natulungan mo, I'll ask, sino pa bang mga nag-raise hands kanina?
Masungit po yan, sir.
Okay, hanap tayo ng mabait. Nick, can you help LJ?
Oh, sir?
Baka ikaw masungit daw, LJ. Nick, can you help LJ in doing, in calibrating para hindi calibrating, para mas mahasa on using Google Drive? Si LJ. Can you do it?
Diyan na po, sir.
Si girlfriend mo, you can ask the help of your girlfriend, LJ.
Magayon po itong self-discovery.
Oh, okay. Very good. If you would like to do it on your own as much as possible, okay, wala kang problema doon. For as long as you have the file. Ano yung purpose kung bakit ko kayo pinapagawang ganun? So, dahil previous semester when I handle lower design, what happened was, ang daming nawawalang file because na-send sa GC, na-send sa Messenger, na-send sa email, and then in-upload sa BB. So, ang daming platform na ginagawa, sabog-sabog yung sistema. So, what we are going to do for your class, para hindi maulit yung ganong sistema, ganong circumstances before, templated submission. Everything na output nyo, learning activity, will be uploaded on Google Drive, create a folder, design one, and then subfolder learning activities. All of the learning activities is there. So at the end of the semester, lahat ng learning activities mo uploaded online. Kung may ma-miss out ka, alam mo sa sarili mo na nagkulang ka. Either way, Message me if you are going to comply pa din. Ganon yung gagawin natin sa lahat ng learning activities. Even kahit sa major plate natin, kung you are outside Naga City, upload it on your Google Drive. Okay? Tapos, the link on the Google Drive has to be sent via email. Sorry. You can upload on BB or email or messenger. Kasi kahit saang platform mo isend, papasok ako sa Google Drive mo. So, isa pa din yung access ko. For as long as you grant me an access to that using my UNC email, it's kahit saan mo isend, diretso tayo sa Google Drive. Malinaw yon? Clear?
Yes po.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Ano pa ba? Anything to clarify? Okay. May I know for those who are residing Naga, may you raise your hands for those who are residing in Naga? Okay, I'll just check kung how many. There are 4. Oh. Okay, for those 4 students who raised their hands, ang major plate kasi is, you can lower it down. Matanglay yan. Babaan na nindo. Okay. Ang reason kung bakit tinanong ko kasi, if you would like to submit your major plate face-to-face, I do accept face-to-face submission kung nasa Nagaman lang ka mo. You can directly submit it sa UNC Dean's Office. You can look for the student assistant. Mention that this is an output by you under Architect Bolo. So with that one, I can see and do grading kung gusto nyo makakita ng parang kung mas preferred nyo na ang output nyo, nakikita yung recommendations, yung revisions, I am after to that. Around border Naga po. Pero nakakapanaga ka. How do you do your enrollment, Nick? Tagasan ka? Saan na boundary? Kanaman? Milaor?
Pili po, sir. Sa
Pili.
Palestina.
Kanaman. Okay. Sa mga may access to Naga na gustong pumasa, kasi I'm not advising, ha. Si mga gusto lang. Si mga gustong mag-submit ng face-to-face output na pwedeng darahon sa UNC, I am also accepting that one. Kasi hindi naman ako andun. I will just get it there. Pwede nindong iwala sa Dean's Office under my name. Just make a note that this is the output, like that. So, ina-accept ko yon. Basta, walang nilalabag na protocol. Okay? Still, make yourself safe from the virus pa din. Okay? Questions? Alright. Any other questions? Wala na? What about any clarification with our learning activity? Mayong klase sa agad. Mayong klase because holiday as per mandated by the Malacanang. Local holiday, Jesse Robredo Day. You can do your own thing. You can do late night Netflix. Which one po? Hi Rika, can you turn on your camera? If you can see. Okay. You know engineering and architecture building? Alam niyo na ba yan?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
If you know this office, second floor ng EA building, just look for any SA, basta iwan mo lang yung output nyo. I'd like to...
Yung sa may stairs po, sir?
Yes po.
Yung...
Beside the gym, yes. Yung College of Engineering, walang architecture. Pero College of Engineering and Architecture yun. Yung Dean's Office kasi ng EA, ng Archi is nasa old building pa, wala sa new. Kasi ang Dean pa din ng Archi is of course under Engineer Bautista. Andun tayo. Hanapin nyo kahit sinong SA. Matagal pa naman yon, week 8 pa naman tayo. We are still on week 2, so need not to worry about it. So basta you can do submissions. Pag outside Naga po, yes. Pag outside Naga, I am highly recommending Google Drive submission para wag na kayong magbiyahe pa and expose yourself to the virus. Okay, I have question. Ano yan? May question dito kanina. Can I see? Beside the gym, yes. Yung sa second floor, yes. Okay. Before, I highly recommend, sorry. Gusto ko lang i-commend si Daphne Guevara. She has already done making folder on Google Drive. Thank you, Daphne, for doing that. Might as well ilagay nyo na lahat doon. Even yung learning activity number 1 nyo para hindi mawala. Although, reason ko kung bakit pinasubmit ko yun sa inyo on email and messenger, kasi at least hindi nyo pagamay yung Google Drive. I know that first-timers are, ang daming first-timers sa inyo. So, for the meantime, I accept it. But for learning activity number 2, up to 18, it's via Google Drive. Okay? Questions?
Papasa sir sa'yo yung email, link po nung buong folder, sir?
Yes po. Yes. It's either link of the entire folder or the link of the output itself. Kasi kung output itself, I can backtrack naman for as long as may access ako sa folder mo.
Okay po, sir. Thank you po.
Okay. No problem. Ano yun? May question si Padi. Advice mo, sir? Sa gaya ko na lapa mag-drawing. Okay. There is no such thing as lapa mag-drawing. The fact that you choose architecture, may potential, Aljay. Do not degrade yourself to the fact na bako kang matibay mag-drawing. Okay? May pundasyon, everything starts with foundation. Kaya ka naglaog archi kasi dahil bako dahil matibayan ka na mag-drawing. Naglaog ka sa architecture sa design 1, kaya design 1 ka pa lang kasi hindi ka pa tatao. Nasa process. So, siguro kung tatao ka na mag-technical drafting, siguro design 6 ka na. Okay? So, need not to worry about how low ang self-esteem mo, i-improve na yan. Kasi technical drawing is acquired. Talent or skills in drawing, such as if you are doing visualizations monochrome, you're doing portrait, you're doing paintings, those are innate talent. Igwa ka na kayan. Pero the edge siya, definitely, it's an edge. May advantage ka, natatao ka kayan. Pero pag dahil mo kaipuhan i-degrade sa diri mo na dahil ka patatao kasi nasa process. Tutok doon, along with my other co-faculty, we will be doing coachings. That's why we are on learning process. Mas okay sana ini kung face-to-face, but since nasa online kita, we will do our best on how do we educate and teach you on drawings. Sana dahil ka mapagal. Sana dahil ka mapagal na be with us in terms of that process, step by step. As much as possible, I do coaching in terms of drawings. Later on, we will be dealing with small group coaching for that drawings. Did I satisfy your question?
Yes, sir.
All right. I got it, Mary Rose. I also got Nick Bondad's folder. Si Nick ba yun? Yeah. Richard Nick, share the file. So share a folder. Also Mary Rose. Okay. Okay. Any other questions? Okay. Wala na? Kung wala na, I'll stop the recording and do the last roll call of attendance. Okay. Mary Rose Abejero.
Present po.
By the way, while I'm doing the attendance, if you still have questions, you can chat it or inform me. Okay. Mary Grace Alcantara. Mary Grace?
Present po.
Ami Alfonso? Okay. John Almonte. Wala. Crystal Kyle Altamera.
Present po.
Okay, thank you, Kyle. Kylie, thank you. Kyle Matthew Baldoza.
Present, sir.
Alright, okay. Rochelle Ann Bardon, still here?
Present, sir.
Okay, Angelo Bico.
Present po.
Angelo. Okay. Alright. Richard Nick.
Present po, sir.
Okay. JP Bulalakaw.
Present po, sir.
Alright. Alan Francis Carando.
Present po, sir.
Mary Rose 14.
Present, sir.
Okay, I got Alan. Alan Salvador's folder. Thank you. Arwin Joshua Caudilla.
Present po.
Okay, thank you. John Jeric Cavite.
Present, sir.
Thank you. Angel Chavez. Angel Joy Chavez.
Present po, sir.
Okay, Elvin John Flores. Okay. I got Francine's folder. Thank you. Samuel Crosata.
Present.
Dad's Kuliat. Hold on, Alvin. Okay, Dads, are you here? Okay, wala na ata si Dads. Okay, Elvin's folder is here. Thank you. Andrea Evio.
Present, sir.
Thank you. Loud and clear. Thanks. Francine, Australia.
Present po, sir.
Thank you. JP Bulalakao's folders with me. Thank you. Gracie May Francisco. Gracie May. Daphne Guevara.
Present po, sir.
Alright. Thanks. Alj.
Present po.
Okay. Ina Angela Parones folders with me. Thank you. Alj, thank you. Krishna May Lat.
Present po, sir.
Alright. Ferdinand RJ Mendoza. Are you here? Wala. Sunny Boy Miranda. Mia Ling Wasnon. Say present when you're here. I'm marking your attendance. Daryl Padin. Joyce and Paris. Ina. Okay. Thank you. Joyce Ann. Alright, I'll mark you present. Joyce Ann. Ina Parone. Thank you. Samuel
Present
Casals
po,
folders
sir.
with me. Thank you. Anthony June Pedido. Alright. Cher
Present po, sir.
Peña. Jane Cher. Peña. Wala. Okay. Amy Luis Perez.
Present po, sir.
Rica Razal.
Present, sir.
Okay. Kylie Altamera's folders with me. Thank you. Okay. Alan Salvador. Are you here? Alan?
Present, sir.
Alexandrine Alexandrine May Sola.
Present po.
Maria Fe Tumotorgo. Wala. Rica Razal's folders with me. Thank you. And last, I have here Shaira Villaflor. Still here? Okay. Taga saan si Shaira? Anthony. John Jerry Cavite's folders with me. Thank you. Baaw. Oh, okay. Okay. Question ni LJ is, anong format ng answer po sa learning activity? Okay, it's a paragraph form. Hindi siya guide, hindi kailangan naka-guideline or parang tawag dito, bullet form. No, it has to be a paragraph form explaining yourself. How do you understand the 6 fundamentals of architecture by doing in a paragraph format. Make yourself comfortable in explaining yourself through writing, because I'm also assessing how do you communicate via writing. It's important for me kung paano kayo magsulat, mag-communicate, because magagamit natin yon in doing design concept. Okay? Did I answer your question? LJ? Okay. Learning activity 2 format is paragraph form. It's a paragraph form. All right. Okay. Yes, that's I marked you present. Angelo, I got your folder. Thank you. Other questions? Kung wala na, I will be ending the session. Wala na? Thank you so much for staying with the class tonight. See you next meeting. Bye, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Good night, sir.
Thank you po.
Thank you po, sir.
Before I leave, I appreciate your output, your visualization, visual representation of me. As much as possible, I would like to reply on how do I appreciate your visual. Pero I have to commend everyone. Ang ganda ng output niyo. There are some na nagpa-pop out because of the drawing. May mga nakikilala ako, that's why I tend to know you already by just the visualization. You know who you are. Okay? Thank you so much for submitting and being with the class tonight. Thank you and
Thank you, sir. Mali, sir, yung video, sir, na send ko, sir.
Ano yan? Ano yan?
Mali, sir, yung na-send ko na video.
Madrop na siya, sir.
Ano yan?
Yung video, sir, mali yung na-send ko po.
Madrop
Which
na
one?
po siya.
On the messenger? I have received messenger and then email. Which one yung mali? Yung una?
Hindi, sir, dapat yung nasa file ko, sir. Hindi yun. Na-send ko dapat.
Which
Mali,
one?
sir.
Gusto mo baguhin? Kasi nabivisualize
Wag na,
ko
sir.
pala yung...
Wag na, sir. Okay na yun, sir. Okay na yun.
You are doing vlogging already kasi nasa labas ka while presenting your landscape dance.
Thank you, sir.
Taga saan ka?
Ocampo po, sir.
Oh, diba? I know you are presenting your landscape. I can remember. Okay. Okay na? RJ, okay na? Ano yung sabi mo?
Opo.
Okay. All right. So, if none, thank you so much for staying with me tonight. Thank you so much. I'm ending the session already. Bye, guys.
Bye po, sir.
Bye, sir.
Bye-bye.
Bye, sir.
Bye, sir.
Bye, sir.
Yes, sir.